Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Libra on the third house cusp in a natal chart. Now, the third house in astrology governs communications, siblings, short journeys, early education, neighbors, transportation, and assimilating information. Now, the sign on the cusp of the house can give characteristics to that house and qualities to the manner of communication and other things that are pertaining to the third house. Now, planets in the third house can flavor the house. The house where the ruler of the third house is posited in may show the sector of life where the third house energy is deposited or injected in. Now, it's important to look at transits and progressions to the third house, especially if your third house in your natal chart is empty, as this could indicate greater activity in matters connected or pertaining to the third house during the time of the transits and progressions. Now, first thing I look at, as far as Libra on the cusp of the third goes, well, I see this as someone, people that have this placement can be tactful and diplomatic in communications. And yes, even if Leo is rising, this will still, this description will still apply. But if Leo is rising, I would see the person being a little bit more disputatious, because the Leo, like the other fire signs, can be a little bit more argumentative than the other elements. So anyway, this person may disdain strife and discord in their communications. They may strongly be about compromise, negotiation, reconciliation. This could be someone that likes to keep things on an even keel as far as their neighbors go, and generally really does not like having verbal confrontations any more than what is necessary. I knew somebody that I had worked with at one time, and I believe she had Libra on the cusp of the third, and even though she had Leo rising, it seemed like she really was somewhat non-confrontational. And I remember her getting a phone call one day from, I guess it was maybe significant other or something at work, and she says, well, I have nothing to do with that. In other words, she just didn't want to get involved in that, in the little melee between her partner and or whoever, significant other, what have you, and this other party. So this person likes to have things, as far as in communications, could very peaceful. This could be a person, as far as a vehicle goes, likes their car to be very pristine, to be very aesthetically appealing, to have a good attractive appearance, more so than the average person. Since the third house governs early education, this could be someone that during school may have had interest in studying art, maybe things connected with beauty or fashion, perhaps even something connected with the law, and if they didn't have courses in that in high school, perhaps online through the internet, maybe this person still might have done some studying on things pertaining to the law, might have expressed some interest in this early on in his or her life. This could be a person that, if applicable, strives for peaceful, tranquil, and amicable relationships with their siblings. Can be that if they have more than one sibling, can be maybe that negotiator, that arbitrator, that kind of in-between person for the two, someone that tries to find peace and harmony in any kind of situation that might be such as an argument between siblings. Now, this could also be someone, we look at the third house, and in this governs short journeys, so this could be a person that takes journeys where have to be places that are, I guess we could say, the peaceful, that are tranquil, things maybe going to places connected with art, things that are beautiful, that are pristine. Perhaps going to places that are such where they don't really look for a situation where it's not going to be a situation where they feel there's going to be maybe rowdiness, boisterous, or things that might be have a propensity for some possible violence. They may go perhaps on maybe like a little short boating trip, something that's very peaceful and quiet. This could be somebody that may be extra careful if, say, if the person is single and goes to bars and nightclubs. Maybe they really look at the places and evaluate them strongly before going as far as the peace factor is concerned. This could be somebody that, as far as writing, may write about things pertaining to art. Maybe this could be the romance novelist. It could be somebody that could even maybe give their critique on things connected with fashion, with beauty, with art, things that are such where something connected with the things I described. Perhaps this person strives for amicable communications with their siblings. Libra is about relationships, so maybe this person, the mind is very strongly geared toward relationships, maybe more so than the average person. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment on Libra, on the third house cusp in a natal chart, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about having Scorpio on the third house cusp in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.